Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it. Just signed into law another veterans bill, which is always good movement. And I will tell you what, regardless of what it is, it's always good when things are happening positive for veterans. I think about it like a snowball going down the hill, right? The more things that you pack onto it, the bigger it is and the more powerful it is. So that is us, the veteran sphere. So with that, I wanted to share it with you here today. This just came out on Friday, the 18th, and I'm sharing it with you here today. Friday, the 18th of October, 2024 is when this came out. And again, just going through it here with you today. I'm going to go through the announcement and let you know what's going on. If it affects you, great. If it affects somebody you know, share it with them. All of that good stuff, the better off, right, for all of us. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share with a friend, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. If you want to support the channel in other ways, consider being a member. You can do that by going to the homepage. You'll see the highlighted members and a join button. Thank you so much to all you members. All right, let's jump into it. On the Veterans Senate Committee on Veterans Affairs, the U.S. Senate Committee on Veterans Affairs, they posted this and want to share it with you. So Tester is the chairman, for those that don't know, and so anytime there's majority news, he's gonna put his name on there. So Tester's bipartisan bill to help veterans pursue careers as truckers is signed into law. Senators' legislation will cut red tape preventing truck driver training programs from accepting veterans benefits. Now, here's the thing. Again, look, there's a small portion of us that this actually is going to impact. Think about it, though. Think about what other aspects of veteran stuff needs to have some of the red tape cut, right? Mention it to your legislator. See if we can get something else done. This is just a way to kind of shine a light on what can happen for us if we work together. All right, so let's move on. Goes on here to say, following efforts from Senate Veterans Affairs Committee Chairman John Tester, the president signed into law Tester's bipartisan Veteran Improvement Commercial Driver License Act, legislation that will help veterans more easily use their earned education benefits to become truckers. The senator's bill will help bolster the trucking workforce by cutting red tape that has prevented veterans from using their GI benefits to obtain commercial driver's license, which is the CDL, through approved commercial driver education programs. This will improve veterans' accessibility to CDL schools and help veterans pursue well-paying jobs in the trucking industry. There's a quotation here. The men and women who served our country earned their GI Bill benefits, and they should be able to use them to pursue a well-paying career in the trucking industry without red tape standing in their way, said Chairman Tester. Truckers and transportation workers fuel our economy, and I am proud our common sense law will allow veterans to earn a living while helping combat the truck driver shortage by bringing more qualified truckers into the fold. So, just a side note, this is about the trucking stuff. I get it. It's a small portion of folks that this is going to actually impact. Share it with folks that you know. Share it with your American Legion, your DAV, Veterans of Foreign Wars. The list goes on. Share it with your community. It's important that people understand what's out there. And again, focusing in on our GI Bill benefits, the post 9/11 GI Bill, remember that utilization of that benefit is not just for go get a 4-year degree. Okay, I get it. Look, I'm like you. I get it. It's nice to be able to get that housing allowance for 4 years or 3 years or whatever it is. But if that's not what you need to get the job that you want, get the job you want and then just do a little education on the side to keep that going, right? I hope you understand what I'm saying is that front load it with what's going to actually get you the career you want. If you want to be a trucker, great. This opens up the avenues for that. If you want to become a finance manager for an automobile dealership, the Automotive Dealership Institute has a 30-day crash course program, and then they help you get placed into that industry, whether it's, autos or motorcycles, RVs, tractors, whatever it is. People that do that type of financing, boats, right? Pick your flavor. The bottom line is that the post 9/11 GI Bill is not just for go get a degree, right? There's other options. Let's jump back into this. There's another quotation here. Returning service members should never have to worry about red tape preventing them from achieving the American dream that they fought to defend, said the American Trucking Association, the ATA Senior Vice President of Legislative Affairs, Henry Hanscom. ATA thanks Senator Tester for supporting this legislation, which will make it easier for the men and women who have served our country to enter fulfilling careers in trucking. The enactment of this common sense bipartisan law is a win-win for veterans and our nation's trucking industry. Previously, educational programs offering CDLs were prevented from accepting GI Bill benefits for 2 years after opening. And this is the important part, including existing approved schools that opened new locations, which blows my mind, right? That's why it's the common sense thing. If you had a school that's been established and you're doing your education at that location, you grow, you open up another one. Let's say that yours is in Texas. Now you want to open up 2 more, one in Florida and one in California. Well, those were new areas, and they would make you wait 2 years before you could accept any veterans with GI Bill. This is getting rid of that. So that is very, very good. All right, so the law will now allow new branches of already approved installations or institutions to accept GI Bill benefits immediately upon opening, which is very important. Tester has been a strong advocate for expanding veterans' access to jobs in the trucking industry. In addition to championing the Veterans Improvement Commercial Driver License Act, Tester introduced the Bipartisan Veterans Transition to Trucking Act in March. This legislation would make it easier for veterans to use the Department of Veterans Affairs education benefits to access trucking apprenticeship programs that operate across multiple states and expand access to interstate commercial trucking jobs for veterans. So, the quick overview, look, whether you're utilizing your post 9/11 GI Bill and trying to figure out what the right avenue is for you, the right job, if you're interested in trucking, this really opens up the gate for you. Again, I use the Automotive Dealership Institute as an example of other things that you can use. My guess, and I could be wrong, just throwing it out there as a guess, is if the trucking industry is accepting GI Bill benefits, chances are they're also going to accept VR&E, which is Veterans Readiness and Employment benefit, which if you have a 10% rating and your at least a 10% rating and your condition is inhibiting your ability to work or maintain a job, that type of stuff, you need to make a switch. Maybe something like this makes sense. Well, apply for VR&E and see if they can get you the training that you need. And they will put you in it. Even if you have no post 9/11 GI Bill remaining, they could potentially get you into something like this and cover the costs and pay you out a subsistence allowance along the way. Now, if you have any post 9/11 GI Bill remaining, well, then what they'll do is they'll actually mirror that amount up to about $3,300 per month. So that's a great benefit as well. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Have a great one. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.